find the woolly mammoth tusk buried in Alaska. It's anywhere from 10,000 to as much as 1,000,000 years old. And the coloration is from minerals absorbing into the ivory and leaving that color. I just get a box from my source in Alaska, and they come in chunks like this. And then I sort through and look for pieces that would work well for scrimshaw. Tip of a woolly mammoth tusk. It could be up to 10,000 years old. So we'll sand it down, polish it, and it's ready to do scrimshaw. The first phase of roughing it out and sanding down the bark, and then now we'll do some more finishing work with some sanding. So we'll be sanding it the next phase, and the grinder was on about 80 grit. This will be 120, and then we go to 220 and work our way up. And now I'm going to be using 220, which is a finer grit, and it's going to all be by hand. So now we're jumping up to 400. So we're finished with the sanding, and now we're going to go over to the buffing wheel. So we finished the polishing, and now I'm going to go to my buffing wheel, which is traveling about 5,000 RPMs, and I'll be using a white rouge, which is about 1,000 grit. So I'll come back and sand and do the same technique on both of the ends and finish those so it makes for a better presentation piece. So we did all the polishing and prepping, and now I'm engraving the design. I got a tall ship going. So I finished the engraving and now ready to put the paint on. And a lot of times I'll come back and finish up some detailing after that. Using an acrylic ink on this one, sometimes I use a printer's ink or an India ink. Just adding more paint. It only stays in the scratched lines and rubs off the polished. I think it looks pretty good. And just have to sign and date.